So, good news. Recently.
For real?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We've been getting, not sure where, could be bots, not sure, but we've been getting more views.
I do love robots.
Yes. Robots, Roblox, both, doesn't matter. But we've been getting more views.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure where they're coming from.
Or if people are enjoying it yet.
Right. Well, we know they're not, but we can assume they're not.
Yeah.
But we are getting more views, and that's super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to ruin our running joke of thanking all three of you for watching. But
we could still just thank 3 people, even if it's 3 million watching.
If we get a bunch of people watching, we could have them send us our names, and we could thank 3 people by name each episode.
No, it's too much work.
You're right. And you know what we hate more than doing this podcast is work. Anyways, but with good news like that,
with great power comes racist sons of bitches.
Comes terrible reviews. And we don't have a whole lot of reviews, thankfully. Although not thankfully, because that's lowered our star rating by not having very many reviews. And I don't know how you feel about reviews in general. I come from the restaurant industry where we hate Yelp with a passion, not because it doesn't provide good information to somebody that could be coming in, but because it provides a forum for people to do what they do best, which is complain and try to ruin something.
In that industry too, yeah, that it is a big deal.
Yeah.
Like it can really harm. Because of my writing career, it's just part of the game, and you never know where the bad reviews, if they're really like don't like your stuff, or if it's just another competition, or a friend of another author that was like, let's sink this guy's ship, or his cover's better than my cover.
Right.
So you get a lot of crap like that.
And like for us here doing this, it doesn't matter because nobody likes us anyway. So it's not like the reviews.
We kind of don't even like us yet.
So it's not like the reviews are going to ruin us.
Yeah.
But we did have a couple recently.
Our jokes will do that just fine.
Yeah, we don't need to do any of that heavy lifting. But we did have a couple negative ones recently. And would you like to share one of them that you want to?
Yeah, we're gonna address one of them just because it's something we never addressed, but it's something this podcast does lean a little bit into a little bit.
Sure.
So I wanted to give a little background on it. So do we want to start with the review, or do you want me to just lean into the actual?
No, I think start with review.
Okay. So first off, we're going to give shout out to Apple and Apple Podcasts. We got down on the beta of they're offering video now when you listen or watch one of our podcasts. So if you're listening to it on Apple Podcasts on any of your Apple equipment or however you stream, it'll show the video or you can do the audio. It's whatever you want. You can go back and forth and it saves your spot. It's really slick. It's something YouTube's been doing for a little bit. But now that Apple's in the game, it's changed the game. And we noticed immediately as Apple gifted us Apple and Buzzsprout, because Buzzsprout's the one that reached out and got us on the beta real early. We went through real quick, and it's definitely changed the game for views. We're getting a lot of positive reviews and numbers that are coming our way. But first thing out of the gates, we're getting the negative aspect of it.
What's good, too, is we found out we suck in 2 formats, not just one.
Yeah. And we knew we were going to suck in video.
Yeah.
So all these pretty lights.
That's why you didn't see us until season 3.
Yeah. Oh my God. The stuff they would have saw in season 1.
Ugh, rough.
Not good times.
Especially
we didn't even comb our hair back then. Sometimes I didn't even have pants on.
Beginning of season 1, you weren't even living in this house.
No. Oh man.
You weren't even living in a house.
We came from a long. Remember, we were trying to record this thing with a GoPro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that footage was not good.
No, it wasn't great.
No, I'll post it. Back to the thing. But so being in both the businesses we've had, obviously the restaurant game and author, we've dealt with every kind of reviewer coming from different things. This technically is leaning or going after us for something that the review is kind of contradicts itself.
True.
But I will expand on it a little bit. We'll try to keep it short on that. But here's the review instantly from a few days ago. Technically doesn't bug me because I know where this is coming from. But it also opened up the dialogue that I should probably talk about this stuff and why we use it on the podcast. Comes from somebody, I won't say who they were, but they're like, your AI videos and images are awful. Hire an artist to do actual work. Seriously, if it wasn't for the video, I would have thought this was just an AI generated podcast from top to bottom. Now, first off, he or she is right. That's like the new thing right now in the podcasting game is people are using AI to do everything. The covers, they They write the podcast for them. They actually use AI voices. So they're not doing anything.
Which, if you've listened to any of our episodes, you know we don't use AI to write it because these are not great.
Those are the actual words that come out of my mouth.
Yeah,
and if you can, no computer could match what I do. Because
even if they could, they wouldn't want to.
Nope. No, because you would be like, oh, that computer's broke.
Yeah.
Way broke.
Is that a 286? Go ahead.
So I'm going to give you guys just a little context for the AI stuff. It's something I've always been artistically drawn to, all that kind of stuff. And I've told you about this before. My opinion is it's like guns or streaming music or any kind of tech that you can't put back in the box. You have to kind of roll with it. I see both sides of it, of artists who hate the AI thing because the way the information is gathered. And I see how it can open up stuff for people who would use it. It's like when like the kids that are cheating with ChatGPT to do grades, you're eventually going to fall on your ass. That's not actually helping you. But the people who actually use it to broaden horizons and maybe focus them and maybe learn a draft quickly in a time like 10 times quickly than it would take them to actually take a class for and stuff. If you're using it to better what you're doing, which is what I feel like I'm doing, because people don't understand.
And it's bettering it in two ways, which is one, like the most important thing to me, you do all the editing for this.
Yeah.
Because I'm not talented and stuff like that. But it affords you the opportunity to take the time to focus on editing and not have to focus on making tiles. The other thing it affords us is the ability to, since we make no money off of this
yet,
to not spend money on somebody doing it. Like it's much easier for us to spend $20 a month on ChatGPT or whatever it is.
Yeah. And technically,
Midjourney is what you use, right?
Now I'm using 3 to 4 different things. And honestly, I am paying for everything from the fonts on. That's, I'm paying for that and the rights to use the fonts and all that. And the image, like you might see, like that's built off of us. It's not just, I just said, hey, give me this. I built it off images of us.
Yeah, he wasn't like, hey, give me 2 little kids. Like,
make them less pedo.
If you haven't listened to us before, we've talked about, and I think we even have in our Instagram feed pictures of us from when we were like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah. And that's where everything started. And I build everything off of those.
Right.
Even then I build off of our newest logo has us as adults. And that's built off of direct images from us and stuff. Now, do I play with that? Yes. But you guys wouldn't understand how many layers I do. It's not me just putting the information in and it spits out this image and that's what I use. Now, has there been times where maybe that has happened with a background or two? 100%. So it is a double-edged sword. I like to feel like we are leaning into it
in a Occam's razor,
in a more positive way. We lean into that because it's fun. It fits our dynamic with all our 80s and 90s vibes and jokes and stuff like that. And we just been waiting to get prettier, so because we don't want to put our picture out there until we don't offend people.
Too late for that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's a good start. I'm Matt.
Sounds a little frosty there.
Yeah, well, I'm Matt.
And I'm Dad.
Cue the AI generated music.
Your AI videos and images are awful. Hire an artist to do actual work. Seriously, if it wasn't for the video, I would have thought this was just an AI generated podcast. From top to bottom, I hate AI, but I love humble pie.
All right, friend. We started this podcast a little serious, but I know you're going to bring the fun. And I'm going to bust out this voice for it.
I don't think that's the voice you're going to want to use.
Why?
Well, with the coming conclusion of the English Premier League season,
okay,
I decided to go with one of the British slang words that we had seen at one time. And I think it was British. It may not have been British. It was definitely in that 1800s range, though.
Oh, we're going way back?
Oh, we're going way back. You better get the time machine train on the tracks, because...
What do you think I bought this thing for? A flux capacitor?
Flux capacitor. Flux capacitor fluxing.
Here we go. We're on it.
So I think that I want to do church bell.
Oh, We almost did that one when we initially did this.
It was such a good one, and I just was scrolling through and I saw it. And I was
Oh my God, why can't I say church bell like this, man?
I think you just explained why.
Oh. Because that's the way they would have said it.
That's the way they would have said it in
Malibu.
Maybe. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
They don't have churches in Malibu, though.
Okay. So I'll let you tell everybody about church bell.
So initially the meaning was, or at least the meaning that we have here, I don't know that we've looked it up on the UD, and I don't even know if it'll be on the UD. But
I want to say it was.
The original definition that we found was a very talkative woman. It was very specific about it being a very talkative woman, which I think is over the top. I think it could be utilized now to mean a very talkative person, just in general, a gossiper, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that was fun because it's that person that like tries to make the information they have the center of everybody's attention.
Yeah. In slang, a church bell primarily refers to a talkative woman, a colorful Victorian era term used to describe someone who talks constantly or gossips. Related bell terminology. Bats in the belfry.
Okay.
Or belfry.
Belfry.
Is it belfry?
Mm-hmm.
Bell ringer. Bells and whistles. Bells and smells. All right. It's lost me now.
Yeah. I think it lost the plot.
Yeah. I don't think there is anything for Urban Dictionary, but I will look that up. So, and why again did you want to do this one?
I don't know. It was a fun word. We wanted a flashback episode. I think we know.
Yeah, we flashed way back.
I also think we know all of those, like with social media, the way that it is now, I feel like everybody takes the opportunity to be a church bell and get out there and offer information that they don't necessarily have all access to, but they want to make sure they're the first that you hear talk about it.
So here's a play on that on Urban Dictionary. Obviously, church bell, a talkative woman, but they use an example of, hey man, sorry I'm late. Some total church bell on the street wouldn't stop lecturing me about Scientology.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Scientology?
No.
But using it in that aspect.
Yes, I think it's a little too descriptive because it picks a church. So church bell seems more apt.
As always, Urban Dictionary brings the heat. Would you like to read the next one?
I will, but let me finish this thought, which is I don't think it has to.
Don't read that yet then.
I don't think that it has to be a Scientology thing, but like, like somebody that tries to pull you over and talk to you about, getting solar on your home or something like that. That could be a church bell.
It's short and sweet, to the point.
I don't think I want to read this one.
I told you.
It's very much to the point, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. Why don't you fill our viewers in? You can censor yourself on this.
I'm definitely not reading the
sentence for it.
Yeah. Unusually large glands on a ding dong, if you will. Oh, ding dong. That's kind of appropriate for church bell, also.
Yeah, you mean anything that you push for the door?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Those things have veins.
Yeah, apparently. Here's an accurate one from 2021. So fairly recent. Church bell is a Victorian slang phrase originally used to reference talkative women, though slightly sexist at the time. The term usually now covers all genders.
I would figure that would be the case now.
Your wife is a real church bell when it comes to badminton. That's a weird thing to be a church bell.
That would be pickleball now.
So what? You're a real church bell when it comes to knockoff pizzas and pirated movies, but you don't see me complaining. What's a knockoff pizza? Where do I get one? It sounds delicious.
DiGiorno?
Oh, that last one's not great at all. Anyways, so obviously there's super sexualized.
Yeah, I think we need to censor that because here's the thing. If anybody is actually physically watching this show, we are both in t-shirts from recent comedy shows that we went to see, from comedians that we love and adore.
Right.
His is a little more obvious.
Because it says his name.
Yeah. Would you like to say his name? Because I can't say his last name.
I don't know that I can either. Zoltan Casas.
Close enough. Fantastic show.
Maybe someday he'll come on the show and teach us how to pronounce it.
We hope so. He was great, and we met him after the show, and he was actually even greater in person.
And he didn't immediately say he wouldn't do the show, so like that's a bonus.
No, he was in whether it pans out or not. But we love you. It was a great show. We hope you come back. He was surprisingly good. I knew what I was in for because I've watched enough of his stuff. but him live is so much better than the stuff you see on.
So good.
It just, but that tends to be how it always is. The guys will be.
He's one of the funniest I've seen in a while, for sure.
Yeah, he was fun. I kind of wanted to go back and watch like one of the later things to see if it would change a little bit.
Yeah.
He feels like not even just his comedy, but he feels like a guy, like we got him in the room and talked to him, we would get along with him just as people.
Like probably get a lot of good content because I feel like he thinks on his feet pretty well.
Yeah. But I feel like I would be friends with that guy.
I usually think sitting down. But.
And then mine is a little less obvious. We just went to the show last night.
It does, however, also say his name on it.
Oh, it's really small. So you're going to have to zoom in. So double tap that screen and don't do it on my crotch, please.
How come it didn't get any bigger?
Story of my life.
That's no church bell.
Chad Daniels, which he's technically I think my favorite comic because he just, no matter what. And we met him after the show last night, and he actually talked to us a little longer than normal. I think we took up too much of his time because there was a lot of us. But I mentioned it to him. The fact that he can travel every year, put out a show or two. Sometimes he puts out 2 or 3 like shows on Netflix or YouTube. All different material. Like he puts out an hour and 15 minutes, and then he tours on all new material. And the fact that he can do that yearly is insane because it's so hard to write.
We've been doing the same joke for over 120 episodes.
Yeah, and and I'll be honest, 25% of my jokes I'll probably ripped off from him.
Sorry that he's done them so poorly, Chad.
Yeah, I don't do them well at all. But again, he was amazing, and the best thing is he likes to ride that edge of pushing the audience a little bit,
especially now. I realized that a lot last night, where it's like he's gotten. I think he's popular enough now that he's gotten to that FU stage where like I'm going to tell my jokes and 50% of you probably won't like it, and the other 50% are going to laugh really hard at the 50% who don't.
Well, it's been 10 years of it where he's never been on anybody's side. He's pretty down the middle how things used to be.
Right.
Really common sense driven stuff, but he likes to push your buttons on both sides. And it reminds me of the humor we grew up with where I don't want to say people are touchy now or a little more sensitive to stuff. Because he does push the boundaries a little bit every now and then where you're like, oh, that was a little rough.
Yeah.
And depending on what side of the thing you fall on, you're either going to be laughing very hard or be extremely hurt by it. But he kind of just gets it. And finding out we're the same age, and it just makes sense because of the way his dynamic and brain works. And he's super fast. Like he's super quick, like on his toes. And those are my favorite comics. The ones that, because like we have another favorite comic, Dustin Nickerson, and he's more structured. His stuff is just so funny, and he can play off the audience. But if something goes a little haywire, you can see when he gets a little distracted by it.
Yeah,
because he's more about following that dynamic.
There's the other guy that's really quick that I didn't go with you to see. I haven't seen him, but his last name's Curry or something like that.
Oh, Jeff Curry?
Yeah.
His whole thing is
it's all crowd work. So like you have to be on your feet to.
So he literally does, when we saw him, he was filming his Netflix show, which might be pretty close to coming out by the time, well, no, this will probably come out pretty soon. I think it'll be later this year. He comes out and just tells stories. So it's not technically the stuff you see online.
Right.
But then he takes like the last half hour to 45 minutes, depending on the crowd. And that's where he does all that crowd work. Now he'll do crowd work in between, like when things are going on. But they warm you up and tell you like, just trust him. He sees you. When you don't have to try to force yourself into the narrative, he'll find you. And he does. He goes around the whole thing, and he'll throw out a question or something. And
that was the funny part yesterday. Is so Chad's from Minnesota, and like every time he does a show, some rube from Minnesota decides that they want to interject themselves into the show. And
he shot her down fast.
That was the second one. The first one he didn't really shoot down. I don't think he realized what he was doing, but the guy was like pointing at his Minnesota wild hat and being like, "Ooh, I'm so sad," blah blah blah. He didn't say anything about that. Yeah, because I was behind you. But then this lady, he's doing part of his skit, and she says something about the Vikings.
Has nothing to do with what he's talking about. Not even remotely.
No, like
he's not talking about Minnesota. He's not talking about sports. He's not talking about.
It's not football season currently. Like nothing. And he basically just told her to go F herself so that he can keep doing his show.
He rang that church bell, if you know what I'm saying.
don't, because we haven't done anything with this episode yet. But but yeah, that was pretty hilarious. Now, getting back to the original point, so we had talked to Zoltan, and we've talked to pretty much every comedian. Like,
yeah, we try to meet them afterwards.
Selfishly pushing ourselves on them to hopefully get them on an episode. And I don't know that it's ever going to work. And if it doesn't, that's cool. Like, we still get to meet cool people after their show. And
one day we'll be so big they'll be begging us.
Yeah, probably won't.
No, because I'll be dead by then. But you'll probably keep it going.
And maybe I can get them as the co-host.
Yep, pretty much.
But like, if that ever happens, by the grace of God or by the grace of whatever you happen to believe in, if that happens, like, I know I'll be ringing the church bell to make sure everybody sees that episode, because that's going to be super exciting.
Yeah,
to have at least one funny person on our podcast.
I don't understand.
Listen, I insulted myself in the same breath. So, like,
I really feel like that was more directed to me. I really feel like
I think you're just going to need to take the insult, bro.
Oh my God, bro. Mountain Surf Report. Zuma. The waves are happening, bro.
Zuma, isn't that white colored malt beverage that was popular in the 90s?
My favorite.
Nice.
Probably the last time I drank was
getting
pint full of Zumas.
So getting back to church bells.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite church bells recently?
They're going to get us in trouble. If I named the church bells, and I guess specifically I shouldn't do what the original thing is where they're saying it's a woman, because there's plenty of bell ringing yahoos around now that have nothing to do whether you're female or male. Well, this guy got a lot of play from Chad yesterday, and I think some of the other comedians about RFK.
Yeah, but I don't think he knows what a bell is or how to ring it.
Oh, I mean, if it was like, what did he chop off? Like a whale's head or a bear's head he supposedly chopped off, put on the hood of his car?
I think it might have been a T-Rex.
But we did find out that they're placing kazoos in your throat now. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start with that, because if I go in that direction political, there would be 100 people we could pull from.
Right. And then there's, there are hundreds of people we could pull from. I think someone that's played it well recently, and I'm sure half of our audience will disagree with me on this, but who's really worked it into, it seems like an every day of life for him in his current political journey, is Gavin Newsom. He's been ringing the bell quite a bit.
He's playing the game.
And that's the thing, is like, you can agree or not agree with anything. That's not our decision to make for you about how you feel about certain things. But certain things are inherently wrong, regardless of who does them. And so it's been entertaining to watch, not just him, because there are plenty of other people on both sides of the aisle that are ringing the bell on the people that like are doing wrong. And I think in some ways, like, that's part of the best part of social media right now, is you have that ability to like really shine a light on the ones that need to be brought out of the dark a little bit. Other church bells. I got one. Michael J. Fox.
Okay.
Like, for Parkinson's in general, like,
I like the idea of being a church bell and using it as a positive,
right? Bringing attention to something that like needs attention and needs to be seen, so that like people can do positive for that thing.
I got the most positive one, and it's super recent.
If it's Shohei Ohtani, I swear to God,
it's Mookie Betts. He's back, baby. Go Dodgers! Right? I'll just do that every episode now.
Vivan los Dodgers!
I have the ultimate
T-Mobile Fiber. I'm looking at you.
Church bell moment right now. It is graduation season. So this past week has been nothing but graduation.
Yeah. I know where you're going to go with this.
Yeah. So
we had a good one locally, actually.
Yeah. And I will hand this off to you. ASU, Arizona State University. My daughter went there. She had a rough time because it was during the COVID stuff. So her graduation, it was canceled for the year or two. And then they finally brought it back for her, but they put all the kids together in her group. So she had her moment, but she didn't have her moment. It was just a cluster. It was great. Super proud. I do love the school. They're very innovative in all kinds of sciences and stuff. It's a huge party school, huge sports school. But they managed to get Mr. Harrison Ford.
Yeah. The fugitive himself.
The former president, get off my plane, Harrison Ford.
Han Solo, Indy Jones.
And I don't know what's up with Harrison Ford lately. Maybe it's his age. He was always a little bit of a grumpy guy. He'd put his voice out there for things.
Yeah.
But he's like, I think he's just done with wrong stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, can we just say common sense?
Like, it's literally his platform right now is like, just be better.
Yeah.
Don't suck.
And he didn't blame certain people for certain things, but he made it obvious that things are bad. My generation has effed things up for you guys. You have to be better. You have to hold on. I've never seen a more positive commencement speech and kick ass. Like it was like he's ready to punch somebody. He'd punch a Nazi on stage right now.
Man, I wish there had been a Nazi on stage.
They should have just had somebody run out and he just punch him. But it was the coolest
thing. Arizona, you know somebody's got a uniform.
It came out of the blue too. Who knew Harrison was showing up for this? And with ASU, it was.
I'm sure somebody there knew he was showing up.
Well, yeah, but it was one of the coolest things.
But what we don't.
He was ringing a hell of a bell in a very positive form, which we need right now.
Well,
no matter where you fall on the spectrum.
Especially because, and what I really enjoy about these commencement speakers is that, like, you're doing it to the generation that's about to lead us into the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there's never a more important time to take a stand that helps us as a people, not right, left, otherwise, us as a people move forward in a way that is positive for everybody.
So thank the heavens for any church bells, male or female right now, that are trying to rise above this and get us into a positive thing, because the world is on fire right now. And we are not helping that.
We didn't start the fire.
God damn you, Billy Joel.
But we know somebody who might have.
Yeah.
Also, as a big middle finger to the guy that doesn't like AI, if you want any of our podcast tiles, let us know. We'll send you a file of the podcast tiles so that you can have it for your collection. Maybe you're a big fan of Unk.
Maybe, 1995.
Maybe you love beef.
Yours free for 1995.
No, just give it to him for free.
Yeah, I said, yeah, 1999.
Free $99.
Those are going to be our shirts. Free $99.
What did 99 do to be put in jail in the first place? You got anything else?
Something with Prince. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Everybody that's taken this journey and has ever listened to an episode this far and plan on still listening to us, thank you.
Yeah. And if you listen to this episode and you don't plan on listening to us again, we get it. We understand. We were there for it.
His fault. Come back. I'll fix it next week.
I don't know that you will.
Promise.
Also, it's 2 weeks.
We'll see.
We're trying to be aggressive with the timeline just because we're getting popular.
Oh, I hate being popular.
I'm the head of the class. Popular. Is that the third song reference I've done this episode? Probably.
That you give head in class?
No, I'm the head of the class. Not to be confused with 80s sitcom Head of the Class, which was fantastic.
A pretty good show.
Yeah.
Should have lasted longer than what it did.
Way longer than it did.
Yeah. All right. I wish we did a little more church bell, but I mean, it's old for a reason.
Yeah.
But with our popularity, we're going to bring it right back.
It's not like the Victorians have the internet to access this episode anyway. They won't be disappointed.
Stupid Victorians. You ever know a Victorian?
I know plenty of them. My mom lives right across the water from Victoria, British Columbia. Right across the water from Victoria, British Columbia.
I really like their underwear.
I don't know about it. Is it a secret?
Yeah.
Anyway, reach out to us via the email at hangoutslangout@gmail.com, or you can find us on socials at hangoutslangout.
Or just come around Victoria's Secret. We're usually hanging out there too.
Yeah, usually in the Choney section. Is there any other section?
Yeah.
Might be.
I don't know.
I've never found it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're out of here to go be creepy.
No, we're creepy in here. We're fine out there.
Is that what you tell people?
Yes, I tell myself. Yeah. But thank you, Harrison Ford, even though you'll never see this. But that's all I got to say.
Good.
Yeah, he's got the rest. I'm done.
All right. I'm Matt. That was Dan.
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh. Well, it'll be was soon enough. And this was Hangout.
Go Dodgers!
This was Hangout with your slang out. Now in 5D, a Tesseract.
No, nobody likes Tesseracts.
People that like Wrinkle in Time like Tesseracts. If you like us, we would really appreciate if you would ring the bell in our favor, be our favorite. What word are we doing?
Church bell?
Church bell. Thank you. Be our favorite church bell. Let people know about us.
No studying.
Tell them to like, subscribe, and share, or don't like twice.
And please come back. It gets better.
I don't know that it does. It might get better. We can find out together if you keep watching.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Later, Slangers.
With guns.
I did that already.
What?
I was right here.
My guns are bigger. All right. I like going old school. Always have. You went way old school with this one.
Sure did. Victorian era.
Yeah. It's gonna make a great AI podcast.
A great what?
AI podcast.
Now he's just fucking with you.
Remington.
Remy.
Hey, buddy. Come here.
Come here, bud.
Come here, Pooch.
Stop it.
It's gonna make
A great AI podcast tile.
Tunnel.
Now in 3D.
Thanks for being here again, guys. As always, like, share any of our stuff. We appreciate it a lot. Click on one of these boxes that are around my head, dancing around, and they'll take you to some more fun. I'll be in it. Don't worry about this guy. I'm going to be there, bringing the heat. He's watching me right now.
This camera's supposed to be recording?